28th of August 2003, I arrived here with one suitcase and a return ticket for 2 weeks. And I've been here 22 years now. You can imagine, you walked out that airport, it was like walking into an oven. I don't think it rained for 5 years when I moved here. I remember one time I was sitting in my car and water started falling on my windscreen, and I thought, wow, it's raining. And then I realized the guy in front of me was washing his windscreen. 22 years ago, the marina did not exist. It was a hole in the ground. There was no water in it and no buildings. A lot of construction, but no finished buildings. There were wild animals running around in Al Suf, outside the Sheikh's palace. There was no barrier in the middle of Sheikh Zayed Road. You could actually walk across Sheikh Zayed Road. And I believe there were only 4 interchanges on Sheikh Zayed Road. They were Trade Center, Defense Roundabout, which is now where the Burj Khalifa is, Safa Park, and then the marina. Al Khail Road didn't exist. And Sheikh Zayed Road, there was one camera that I remember, and it was just before Safa Park. Sheikh Zayed Road was probably one of the most dangerous roads in the world when I got here. When you went out, if you came home at night and you hadn't seen an accident on the road, it was pretty unusual. Yeah. All of that's changed. I think one of the things that I really liked back in the day was that as an expat, there were only about 4 or 5 places you could go to meet all your friends. So when you went somewhere, you always knew someone there and they knew who you are. You know, I go to developers' offices and there might be 100 agents dwelling around and I don't know anybody.
Do you think like finding friends, networking, doing business, was it harder, was it easier?
I don't understand anybody saying old things were much better 20 odd years ago. I think now it's brilliant and it just gets better and better. The opportunities are bigger and better. Now there's a greater audience from around the world. People were not buying property in Dubai to live here. They were buying purely for investment. Now people are buying property because they want to move here. And they're not just looking at it as a 2-year project. They're looking at it as a lifetime project now. I was talking to someone about this today, actually, is that if you can imagine people working in the financial center, they were coming here for a year. They were being paid a load of money. They were giving lots of benefits like transport and housing, etc., free flights. Predominantly, most professionals now, you get a good salary, but you're on your own. It was no longer a hardship posting here in Dubai. That's one of the, I think, the better thing here. People 20 odd years ago didn't really want Dubai on their resume or on their CV. They saw it was a backward step in their career. And I think these days people all over the world want to come here and they have no embarrassment about saying, I've worked in Dubai for the last 2 to 3 years.
You still had fun back then?
God, yeah. It was amazing times. Parties and barbecues and yeah, we worked hard, we played hard. It was great.
But it's been a good 22 years.
It's been amazing. Come on. I have no interest in going back to my country, apart from to visit my family. Here's to another 22 years, inshallah.